I am currently standing in one of our fields of certified organic barley. Our job today is to hook up to the moldboard plow, come out here and completely turn this whole crop of barley back into the ground. Nah, I'm totally kidding you guys. We're not going to be plowing this field of barley back into the ground. Basically, we got two main crops on our farm, one of them being a cash crop and the other being a cover crop. This one right here just so happens to be a cash crop. Basically what that means, if you don't know what a cash crop is, it's kind of in the name, but I'll tell you anyways. It's any crop that we grow, take all the way to seed, and then sell. Right, that's pretty simple. Now this field, like I said, is certified organic. There's been no chemicals sprayed on here, no herbicides, pesticides, insecticides, fungicides, any of that. And it's actually looking really nice. I mean, even if you go down below, there's hardly any weeds in this crop right here, grown without any chemical, which is pretty nice, huh? Now here's the deal. We're gonna keep this half of the pivot right here as a cash crop, but the other half right here, we're doing something different with that. The other half of the pivot right here is gonna be the second type of crop that we grow, and that's a cover crop. Now this is the same barley, same variety as the cash crop on the other side of the field, other side of the pivot right there. But we're using this barley for a different purpose, and that is to be used as a cover crop and work back into the soil, give all of our soil microbes something to munch on, because this right here is a lot of food for them. They're gonna absolutely love it. Now, the other thing we got in this field too is some Austrian winter peas. So we got these bad boys working with more of the soil microbes, capturing that nitrogen, converting it, and making it plant available for the next crop that we grow. So we got a whole bunch of good things happening with this cover crop. We got the moldboard plow on the back of the T6 here. So we're gonna go ahead and continue plowing this whole field back into the earth. Okay, here we go. Every time. Almost break a leg every time I jump out of the tractor. Let me show you guys what we got going on the plow here. This here is a John Deere 3100 6 bottom moldboard plow, and she's a little old, but she does the job. She definitely does the job for us. What we had to do is we got some coulters put on here, got those things mounted up right there. That's gonna help us slice through all this plant material and actually have the plow be able to function properly and turn over all the plant matter and dirt, get it all flipped over like this right here. I will say though, it's definitely like the max amount of plant material that this plow can take, because about once every round I do plug up on the plow and have to lift up out of the ground, back up, and do a bunch of stuff like that to get it unplugged. Let's head over here to the pivot point right here, and we'll go talk about that real quick. All right, so we are plenty far enough along with the plowing that we are able to start this pivot. As you can see, it's running right now. And we do that for two reasons. Number one being, since we only get about 7 inches of rain annually, irrigation is kind of key on our farm. So we got the pivot going right now to pre-irrigate this ground right here, load it up with water. That way the soil's got a whole bunch of water in it, and the plants can use that later in the growing season. And then the second reason that we're running this pivot is because it is plowed. It's very like light and fluffy, you know. It's not packed ground at all. It wouldn't make a good seed bed at all right now, so we're going to use that water and the weight of the water actually, and pack the soil back down to kind of how it was before we plowed it all up. We actually have this pivot running at, let's see, 19%, which means we're putting down 1 inch of water per revolution. And on this pivot, it's a 7-span. 1 revolution takes 62 hours to complete. That's what we got going on with the irrigation right now. And let's get back in the tractor. Shut that. All right. Remember how I was saying it plugs about once every round? Well, we now have a plug, and it's not one that I can just back up and lift out of the ground. Got to come out, pull the plow completely out of the field, out of the path we were plowing on, and just kind of start working your way on it, pulling it out piece by piece. Sometimes you can just kick it like that and it'll drop off, but you got to be careful when you're kicking it, because your shin is going to find this piece of metal right there 99% of the time. Don't ask me how I know. That's what people have told me. I've never actually done that. But I mean, if you look right there, actually I have done it several times. I just don't know why I always forget and absolutely slam my shin into that. Hurts so bad. Okay, I think we got it cleared up enough that we're gonna pull forward, and hopefully the remaining material right there will kind of just fall out. And it's looking like it is for the most part. There we go, it did. All right, now we can get back onto this perfectly clean pass right here. Yeah, look at that. That's it's basically useless trying to get this last pass in, because if the plow gets into any ground that's already been worked up, it does not feed through the plow. It just, all the plant material just balls up in it. So we got this strip right here that we're just gonna leave for now, and when we come back with the disc, we'll go ahead and get this little strip worked back into the ground. But for now, that's all we can do with the plow. So we're really done with this field now, which is great. Got the pivot coming across it, getting some pre-irrigation going. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go fuel up. We got half a tank right now. and then we're gonna go out and plow one more field. We have a total of 3 fields that we're gonna be putting into sorghum. This one right here, and then 2 more fields kind of beyond those trees, right over there, right there. Hold up. Throttle down. Get that into neutral. What is... Okay, that fell down for whatever reason. Perfect. Okay, so as you can tell, we have made it out to the 3rd and final field that we're plowing. Right there, obviously. Look at that straight line. I had to go around some stuff, but anyways, I had to come out here because this pivot right here, you can tell that end gun should not be clapping like that. Something is definitely wrong, so let's go over there and kind of see what that deal is. Maybe it's just hooked on something, I'm not really sure. And how are we actually going to get out there without getting absolutely soaked? Oh, that's wonderful. It's literally just slapping up against the switch box right there. All the water run on that 480 volts. Guess there's really only one way, and we have to get soaked. Okay, and we gotta time these nozzles. I think we gotta go right now. Oh. Oh. Wow. Let's see if it works before we climb down. Okay, so far so good. Okay, almost fell off right there. Okay, it's coming around and it should kick back and then go the other way. I don't know what the deal is with this thing. Alright, this thing is like kind of hard to turn. I wonder if this head is actually shot. Needs to be rebuilt or something, but I don't know. Let's turn it on and try again. Yeah, okay, something is definitely wrong. That head is shot. It's like binding up or something, but we're gonna leave it for now, let it run, and fix it later because we gotta plow. So now let's climb down.